Y'all, I cannot tell you. So in the car rider line today, I was playing around on my stories. You know what we're not supposed to do, play in stories, get on scroll, whatever. I was playing around in stories, and I got a hold of Jason's stories. And on his stories, somehow I found Willie. And then I got on Willie's page, and then I was watching all of his lives. And I'm just who is this guy? Like, I need him in my life right now. So as soon as I get on here and I see he's on here, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I seriously spent because I'm the mom that gets in the car rider line like 40 minutes early. So I spent 40 minutes watching your lives. And I mean, I like all of them. I've seen them all. And I'm just sitting here like, this dude's going to be like a bajillionaire. You're like this is crazy.
I love it.
Hey, I got a good team. They coach me how to do all this good stuff.
Yeah, you definitely have.
I'm trying to be like you when I get 21.
So awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
So I got a couple people having trouble getting on. I'm not sure why. So go ahead, talk about Willie, and I'm gonna get everything together here.
Okay.
Talk about Willie. He's talking about, hey, it's all good. You know
You're
how
gonna
we
be
do
my
it.
idol someday soon.
Well, I mean, like, after watching his videos, it just was like a fresh breath of motivation after watching his videos. And I'm like, okay. So I started writing down all the things that I'm going to do probably tomorrow. I really was going to do one tonight, but just things. It's hard to fit stuff into my schedule. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, give myself grace. But I want to go live and talk about the $4,000 bonus, because what he kept saying over and over again was, you can get a $4,000 bonus. You can get a $4,000 bonus. You can get a $4,000 bonus before Christmas. I can get you a $4,000 bonus. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, why am I not doing that? Like, why, I mention it here and there. I'll put it in my stories here and there, but why am I not going live and making it very clear that anyone can get a $4,000 bonus right now? And not only that, but if they join today, their sales will not reset on November 1st. So, I mean, like, just the setup and I don't know. Like, I cannot wait to run like crazy with that.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you are so welcome. Thank you.
I love it.
So you gonna be my friend on Facebook?
Heck yes, I will.
I love it. All
Hey,
right,
okay.
one sec.
I'm learning from the best. Shoot, Jason. Jason. That's my white brother. So he teach me everything.
Hey, he's awesome. Like I said, in the car rider line, I was talking about y'all so much. Like, y'all's ears are burning because I was talking so much about y'all.
So where you from?
I'm in Arkansas.
Oh, I knew it was something. So you're a Razorback.
Yes! But
oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, it's like my heart breaks every weekend. So we don't need to talk football. And I saw you hate on my NFL team too on your Facebook page. So we really don't need to talk football.
Hey, my team, you know what my heart at? My heart, I don't even have a heart. My team lost. They up in space somewhere. them damn goddamn them dolphins. They out in the sea fishing.
Well, we don't need to go football because all my teams right now I'm cheering for are breaking my heart. So, and I saw you called one of my teams Cowgirls, and so we do not even need to go down that road.
See, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I be talking to a specific group of people. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so they know who I'm talking to. But I'm sorry for y'all feeling you.
No, that's football. It just got me watching stuff right now. Like, I agree with you.
I love it.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. I think we are good to go. Sorry guys, I'm nursing a little cold here, but we do what we got to do, right, Kayla?
Yes.
All right. So, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming on. This is my friend Kayla Fox. We met in Denver. She takes her hubby everywhere. and and we got to see her again in Jamaica. And one thing when Jason and I met her in Denver that really stuck out to me is she built. Okay, so she was involved in another network marketing company, and she was high up there. And her original customer base, and correct me if I'm wrong, she built without social media. So I know that we have team members, and there may be some people on here that think, I don't know enough people. I don't have enough friends on Facebook. So I kind of wanted Kayla to give you guys some insight on other options and creative ways to build your team. And
yes.
Of course, share your experience first. Your thrive.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to make sure, because I'm wanting to share screen at some point, so I was making sure that I had everything was pulled up. Okay, so my Thrive experience. Actually, I'm going to mix it into the whole story because, guys, I've been in this industry for 8 years now. Prior to being in this industry, I was a teacher. I taught math. I taught algebra to calculus, all in between. My husband at this point was a night shift factory worker. Our daughter had just turned 1. And we were living on government assistance. We were broke. We were broken in so many ways, like not just money. We were fighting all the time over finances. Divorce was mentioned so many times. And I felt stuck. I felt like I did what I was supposed to do. I got my college degree. Now I have all this debt. Why are things not playing out like how they're supposed to play out? And at this time, my husband was also going to college during the day. And he said, you know what? I'm going to drop out of college. I'm going to get a second job to pay bills. And I'm like, no, you're not. Guys, we were about to lose my car. I needed $367 to pay for my car. Also during this time, I found out I had missed my daughter's first steps. Her babysitter saw those. During this time, this is why holidays are so critical to me, because that first Christmas, we could not afford a tree. We could not afford presents to go under the tree. And as a mom, sitting there bawling my eyes out, feeling like a failure. I mean, I was at my lowest of lows. And I just remember thinking, thank God she's so young. She will not remember this. Now, she has heard this story so many times. She knows it by heart. But I just remember crying so much, just sitting on my couch, looking at what we had was like a light tree. It was just lights that did like a spiral, and just staring at it and crying and crying and crying. And my husband, like I said, he was going to drop out of college, get a second job. And I told him, I was like, nope. I'm going to figure this out. So I tried to make tutus. Y'all, I do not have a creative bone in my body. I taught math. I'm that person. I'm not creative at all. And so I don't know what I was thinking. I think I sold 2, and then I was like, okay, we're going to close that door on that chapter. And then somebody called me. It was my cousin, and she talked to me about this product they had in her salon. She was a hairstylist, and she's like, do you want to try it? I didn't have any money to try it. And she said, well, if you have 4 friends that try it, you'll get it for free. So I went to work the next day. I got some teachers. They all wanted to try it. Called her back. I was like, okay, I've got 4 people that want to try it. And she's like, well, why don't you be a promoter? And I'm like, okay. And so this business, my first business, they called me back and they told me it was $99 to join. And I hung up on them. And I texted them and I'm like, oops, sorry, bad service. I remember I was sitting on my brother's bed. Y'all, I was so excited. I thought, this is my answer. This is how I'm going to make my $367 to make my car payment. We're not going to lose our car. Everything's going to be okay. And whenever I found out it actually costs money to join, I hung up. And I just sat in there. And my husband finally, he came in and he's like, what is wrong? I'm crying again. And I'm like, I'm stuck. Like I thought I had an answer, but I'm stuck again. He's like, nope, I will pawn something. So we pawned his Xbox. This was back in 2012. We pawned his Xbox. We got the money and we joined. And like she said, I did not post on social media. I was so scared of being that person that people ignored, blocked, unfriended. I was so scared to talk about it at work because I thought teachers would hide in the teacher's lounge from me. I thought they would walk down the hallway with folders up like, oh my gosh, here she comes. You know, I was so scared of being judged, which really makes me mad looking back because I was more broke than I've ever been in my entire life and was about to lose it all, but I was still too scared to post or to say anything. Anyways, with that being said, it was a blessing because I made myself learn how to work this without social media. And one of the biggest ways I did that was with lead boxes. Now, what this is it's just a box. I used tissue boxes because they already had the hole in the top. I took all the tissues out. I sometimes wrapped them with duct tape, but tissue boxes are kind of cute. So sometimes I just left them how they were. And I would leave these at any place that had clients come in. So hair salons, boutiques, insurance agencies, Mexican restaurants. I don't know why I left so many Mexican restaurants and I always got a good amount of leads from them. I have no idea. But anyway, so it would be my little tissue box, and then beside it would be a picture frame that said enter to win. And it would have a before and after picture on there. Or if I, with Thrive, it would have like a picture of somebody wearing a DFT and all the benefits that Thrive gives you. Enter to win. And what would be with it? Let me see if I can do this right. I'm going to try to share screen. Can y'all see it on your side? Okay, it's these lead forms. And so they would put in their first name, last name, phone, email, and they would click what they're looking for. Weight management, mental clarity, calming of general discomforts, working from home and making extra money, energy, immune support. Now, I really want a new lead form. I'll tell y'all this here. I want one for skincare. And I want a before and after picture of skincare to put in the picture frame, enter to win for that. But anyways, so that is what the lead forms look like now. But with this previous company, looked very similar. I put those out. They would be right beside the tissue box and people and a pin, and they would enter their information in the lead box. I'd leave them out for about a week, and then I would go and pick them up. Now, everyone in the lead box won. They did not win a mini experience, or what it was with my previous company. What they won was, oh my gosh, you get to try it for free. All you got to do is invite 4 friends over, and I'll come over, and it's called a try it party, where you get to try it, where everybody there gets to try it. And you can run with this however you want. But guys, I was doing those constantly, every single weekend, several different nights of the week when my husband, his hours worked out for me, and I was in homes like crazy. And I mean, where I would put these lead boxes, it just depended on where I was okay for driving. If I was okay to drive 30 minutes, I would go 30 minutes out and put lead boxes in that town. And I would cover my town with them. So I did that. And between that, no, I would say it was just that. We hit the rank of what is equivalent to 12K in, I think it was like 90 days. And then we hit the equivalent of 40K in 1 year. So, and that was without posting on social media at all. And then I finally, at that 1 year mark, I went to a conference and there was people walking that stage talking about how they had retired their spouses, had came home with their kids. And I was like, well, if they can do it, why can't I? I had that realization. So I came home, and that's when I started working on social media. That's when things started moving a little bit faster. So the cool thing is you can 100% do this off social media, but you can also do it on social media. Like, there's definitely 2 different outlets to go there. Without social media, you've got to talk to people. You've got to put lead boxes out. You've got to still have a way for people to know what you have. At the end of the day, our job is just to be to just sort. I tell people all the time, y'all have probably heard the story that I always imagine I have this barrel of apples and my only job is to sort them. Sometimes I grab one out and it's a rotten apple. Those are the people that's like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Like, I know what that is. People just take all your money. And I want to toss them as far as I can. You do not want to try to talk sense into those people. I can't. I cannot talk sense into those people. Sometimes it's a green apple, the people that need more information. Most of them are green apples. They're like, maybe I'm curious, but my sister's cousin tried that and she didn't really like it. I just want to give them more information. And then you have your red apples. Those are the ones that are like, yes, let's go. I'm all in. Let's run. We wish they could all be reds. But my only job is to sort. As fast as I can, I've got to sort. And so if you are not using social media, That's fine. Just make sure you're still finding a way to sort. Make sure you're still finding a way to ask. Vendor events. I killed vendor events, but it's because I had lead boxes at every vendor event. And I would call people. I would never sit down. Never. That was like a rule. If you're going to work a vendor event with me, you are not sitting down. We're supposed to be pushing that we have energy. If I see you yawn, oh girl, like don't yawn. Don't you dare yawn. You better get up and you better start telling people, come enter to win. Every time people walked by, come enter to win. Have you entered to win? Have you entered to win? And I would be pulling them over to enter to win. And then I could have the conversation when they're there. Have you ever heard of Thrive? Yeah, it's one of my favorite things that I always would say is it's new to the area and I'm trying to introduce it. Have you heard of it? So that way that it kind of puts this thought in their head of like, oh, so it's new here. Not many people have heard of it. It's, exclusive. So I always say that, it's new to the area, just trying to introduce it. So with all that being said, I was with that previous company for 5 years. And at the beginning of 2017, I just got in this huge funk where we were making insane money that I never thought I would ever make. But that's when I learned, I've heard my whole life, money doesn't buy happiness. That's when I learned that is so true. And I just remember being so unhappy. And I felt like there was nothing I could do about it. Like I was just tired all the time. I felt guilty all the time. That's whenever I decided to try Thrive. For me, it kicked in on day 2. I was making really good money. It would be dumb of me to leave that previous company. It would be irresponsible of me to leave that previous company for my family, for the team that I had built, everything like that. But on day 2, when it kicked in, I got a 30-day supply as a customer. And I had tons of people trying it, and they all loved it. So on day 10, I ran out, and I was like, okay, I know a lot of people that want this. I know a lot of people that could use this. I'm going to share it. And so we joined on that day 10. And what we did is we got mini experiences out like crazy. 3 and 6 day mini experiences. We've never given any away, ever. They've always been sold. The company just came out with these new samples that make them cheaper than I've ever sold them for. The cheapest I've ever done is 3 days for 20, 6 days for 40. That's the cheapest I've ever gone. But now the company's changing the game on me. So anyways, we did that, and within 30 days, we went 80K. And it was just ridiculous. People are like, oh, you brought in a ton of people from your previous company. No, I brought in 2. I brought in 2 people because, like I said, my previous company was still strong. They were still doing so good. They stayed, and there's nothing wrong with that. One of them was my cousin. She stayed. She was doing incredible. She's, and that's fine. But I had to follow my heart, and I had to follow where I was going and what I wanted to do and how I could help more people. And I told Chad, my husband, I was like, even if I fall flat on my face and I lose it all, I'll go back to teaching. But knowing that something this good is out there, I can't not share it. Like I feel like I'm lying to people not sharing this. So I had to do it. But anyways, like I said, 30 days, we went 80K. That's whenever a ton of limiting beliefs came in. A ton of them. In my previous company, I did really good. I got to the second highest rank, but I never hit the top. So in this company, when I did 80K in 30 days, they were the limiting beliefs of, but you can't get to the top. You did good. You did real good, but you can't get to the top. You're not worthy of the top. You don't deserve the top. You'll get there and then it will all crumble if you get to the top. It was a ton of limited beliefs. And I had to work through that for an entire year before I finally went 200K 1 year later. Almost on my 1 year anniversary, we went 200K. But that year was built with me learning me and learning that, I am worthy and I do deserve it. So with all that said, many experiences, that's how we built our entire organization. It's how we still build our organization. And you can do that online or offline. I don't know where I can go a few different ways from here. I can go with some of my top tips that I do every day, or if there's certain questions that you really want me to hit on. So I'm just going to pause. Well, I will tell you this too. Something else. Whenever I decided to join this company, y'all, I seriously thought they were lying to me because I've been in other companies. I've looked into other companies. I've never seen a company that does not have a website fee ever. Like, that was insane to me. I was like, you're lying. I've been in it 2 years, still no website fee. So we're good here. And then they told me I could get my product for free. That's not, like, that doesn't happen. Then they told me there was no charting. I'm used to charts. I'm used to having to fill boxes, and it feels like you're trying to have 5 different plates spinning at the same time kind of act. And whenever you would get 4 plates spinning, the 5th plate would fall. Like, that's how it was in my previous company. And then a few other things, the trips that we earn, that is unheard of. There's just so much that they have going. Our CEOs, you can just hear the passion in their voices. That's not normal, something that you get. So I just want you guys to know you are seriously sitting on a gold mine, and all you have to do is wake up. Like, this is how I vision it, okay? There's gold planted all over in your yard. And all you have to do is wake up and go outside and dig. That's it. If every day you wake up and go outside and dig, you're going to hit 200K. There's no getting around it. You will hit the top of this company. If you get many experiences out and you let them try the product, you will hit the top of this company. If you get out of your own way, you will hit the top of this company. But so many still think of all the reasons why they don't deserve to make the big bucks, and you're just in your own way. Girl, like, seriously, I wish that I could just shake myself 2 years ago and be like, you can do it. Like, and I could have gone 200K so much faster. But with that said, like, what questions? Or where do you go?
Can I ask a question, Kayla?
Yes.
So you touched on the samples that you charged, right? Like, we're not a really big sampling team, okay? I do samples sometimes, but with these new mini experiences, I got one right here. They're literally $12, right? So what do you charge now? I mean, what is your advice? Like, how do you go about that?
Yeah, such a good question. Do not charge less than $15, guys. I know that they only cost $12. The reason why you don't want to go less than $15 is because whenever they go to get a 30-day supply, it's not going to make sense to them that it's $5 a day, that it's $150. So you do not want to go less. You want to go ahead and set that precedent that it's at least $5 a day, so that way you don't have explaining to do for a 30-day supply later.
That's perfect. Thank you. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm probably going to charge $20 for them and just have a $15 special every once in a while. But
that's a great idea. I love it. I do have a couple questions, and then I do want you to go on the tips and tricks route. When you say that they're entering to win, I mean, obviously they're not always entering to win something. Are you just collecting information, or are they entering to win something?
Yep, that is completely up to you. In the beginning, they would enter to win a mini experience, and maybe I would give away a mini experience whenever I had 50 leads in my hand. You're not saying when you're doing the drawing. You never say that, but you're getting leads. Now, here's the biggest thing I'm going to tell you, though. Do not sit on these leads. I would have promoters that would get 10 leads, and they would just sit on them. They would not text them. They would not message them. They would not find them on Facebook. They would not call them. And I'm like, you're crazy. Don't do that. So if you're going to do this lead box thing, do not sit on your leads. Even if you only get one, do not sit on that lead. Add them on Facebook, text them, call them, whatever. But yeah, you can choose when you want to do a 3-day giveaway. If you want to do a rest giveaway. If you want to do you can do the before or the picture frame. It could be a person sleeping and just saying, do you struggle with sleep? You can run so many different ways with this. So don't limit yourself, but also realize it doesn't, you don't have to be out a lot of product. You could be out seriously like 2 packs of rest if you want that to be your giveaway. Your goal is to get into people's homes, though, if that's how you're wanting to work your business. And I'll tell you right now, if you start doing that, it's way over there, but I can get it if you want me to. I have a presentation that goes through, and it may need to be on another Zoom, a presentation that goes through exactly how I do in-home sessions, and you can walk out of there with 100% success rate. You can walk out of it with everybody signing as customers or promoters. So getting in front of people is very powerful.
Sorry, I had to get sorry.
You're
I've been
muted.
trying to get him to like just lay, but it doesn't work that way.
No,
You know, I do want to go into locals because, you know, we all talk about we need to have living room locals. We need to have this. We need to have that. I finally planned one. Tomorrow's my year anniversary, and I finally planned a local next Thursday. So what does that look like for, you know, when you get into someone else's house?
So like if I'm doing a living room local with someone else, like
Yeah.
in some like what? Okay, yeah. Okay, so whenever I do that, I go in and it's usually like, you know, a room full of however many people. I'm like, guys, I'm so excited to be here. I cannot wait to share this with you. You do not need a ton of product to do this. One of my favorite things to do whenever I was like super broke was have empty boxes. I would always ask my team, I'm like, do y'all have any empty boxes on hand? And I would just set up like empty boxes and then maybe have like one of the products. I mean, don't overwhelm yourself with this. Simplicity is best, because here's the message that you're trying to send. If I can do this, so can you. I'm not needing a ton of stuff to walk in here with, so don't feel like you need a ton of inventory either. You want it simple. So anyways, I go in, I'm like, I am so excited to share this with you guys. It has definitely changed my life. Hold on, I'm going to grab something real quick. Give me like 1 second. It's just on the other side of this computer. But it'll look weird if y'all see me reaching over there to get it. Okay, I'm back. So I start with this, and it says, okay, guys, how many of you in here have actually tried Thrive? Have any of you tried it before? Okay, show of hands, whatever. I'm like, well, I do have many experiences on hand. Yeah, right here. I do have many experiences on hand. So if you do want to try it, just let me know. I'll make sure we get it in your hands before tonight's over. But this is what it does. It's 3 simple steps that you complete in your first 30 minutes of your day. Step 1 is the capsules. I hold up the capsules. Step 2 is your lifestyle mix. And guys, these come in every flavor. P.S. pumpkin spice. I cannot wait to go live with that. I'm praying I like it. I don't really know what to think. But anyways, so you get to choose your lifestyle mix, and then you get to choose your DFT. It's completely customizable. But you do the 3 steps in the first 30 minutes of your day. This is what it does. I read my bullet points. Okay? It's known as the 8-week experience. So even if you get a mini experience, I want you to know 8 full weeks can show you exactly how different your body can change. The cool thing about customers is you can get wholesale pricing. You can actually Thrive for free. Guys, I take a lot more time with this, and I'm just trying to give you the rundown. And then I say, now I know some of you are like, okay, I want to try Thrive. And I mix my story in there, and they're like, you know, I know some of you want the energy, you want the mood support, you want the suppressed appetite. But there's some people in here that's like, I want to make money. My red personalities are like, I want to make money while using the product. So real quick, I'm going to go over how you can join the tribe. And then I flip it over and I go through this. And this is just, it's super simple to join and to get bonuses. In fact, it's just 3 steps. Step 1 is just joining and choosing what kit you want. Step 2 is getting 2 customers. It's called Thrive for free. And step 3 is just getting 2 promoters, and it's called Go VIP. If you do this, this is the bonuses you get. So, but wait, there's more. I go over the other ranks, how there's giveaways, and then I end it with, okay, what's your choice? So guys, you've heard both sides. I've got to know, are you leaning towards the customer or the promoter route? What do you think? I'll be coming around to visit with each of you so that way we can see if you want a mini, if you want a 30-day supply, or if you're leaning towards making money. So grab you a snack. Make sure you try these protein bars that I have put up here on toothpicks looking all fancy. You need to try them and see which flavor you like the best, and I'll be visiting with you as I walk around. So then when I visit with them, all I say is, well, are you leaning towards customer or promoter? And sign them up right there.
Nice.
That's like super quick version.
I think most of us we have 10 minutes left. I didn't upgrade the Zoom yet. So I think a lot of our team, or maybe all of our team, that is one thing we don't do, and I'm going to start doing it, and my husband will be happy because it'll mean I'll have to keep the house clean.
Well, the cool thing is it's extremely duplicatable. This system that I use where I go through, have you tried Thrive and what Thrive is, and then flipping it to how you can make money with Thrive, you are going over both sides, and it's extremely duplicatable. I mean, this is something that anyone can do and can say the same verbiage, can do the same thing. And I mean, there's power behind duplication. So that's another reason I really, really love it. Do you want me to walk into tips and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Go for it.
I see a timer, so this is gonna get really.
I know. Ready, go.
I talk slow, so me trying to talk fast, this is going to be fun. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I am a red personality. I am not organized, but I found my system, and this is something I swear by, so I'm going to share it with you guys. It is a 5-subject notebook. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I use this 5-subject notebook to seriously change businesses. In the first section, it is my potentials. These are people that have liked statuses. They've commented on statuses. They've taken polls in my stories, or maybe it's just people that I want to work with. They're like my dream team. Those are the people in the first section. So I do power hours every single day. If I'm doing a power hour of interaction, I'm living in that first section of the notebook, and I'm interacting with all of those people that have liked my stuff before, commented on my stuff, taken polls, or just people that I want to build a stronger relationship with. That way I don't get caught up in the scroll, and I'm going straight to their page to interact with them. It's being intentional. Guys, there's 4,000 plus in bonuses on the line. You have to be intentional right now. Like, it's not a question. I want you to understand by the end of this year, you can be 200K, and I don't care if you're sitting at 0. I'm not just talking to the 40Ks telling them they can go 200. I'm talking to the zeros telling them they can go 200. And the only difference is being intentional. That's it. That's it. So my first section, that's what it is, potentials. My second section is my happy packers. These are the people that have tried a 3-day or a 6-day. These are the people that I'm messaging. I'm trying to find the best fit for them. If it's money holding them back, we're having those conversations about, well, what if we start with this? Or what if I can help you thrive for free? Or what if we do the combo pack if weight loss is their goal? What if we do the combo pack of burn and balance? You know, the B&B combo, the combo that's dropping sizes like crazy, B&B. So, you know, we're figuring out what works with their budget, what works with their goals. That's my happy packers. Or if they want to make money. That's my happy packers. I'm still interacting with them because I still want to build that relationship. The third section is my customers, people that have ordered. I want to make sure I am messaging them at least twice a month. Of course, before auto ship, PS, did y'all notice in the system it has updated, and we now can see when people's auto ships are going to run. Game changer. Like, everybody that comes in after this date is not going to understand the struggle we had with auto ships, but we've got it updated. Anyways, so in that third section, my customers are hearing from me about auto shifts. They're hearing from me about thriving for free. And then at least once a month, I'm saying, I've got to ask, are you thinking any more about making money while using the product? At least once a month, I'm asking if they want to switch to a promoter. People's lives change at least once every 6 months, so you have to offer it to them once a month. That's my rule of thumb. My customers are used to it. Usually they come back with still no Kayla. But sometimes they say, you know what? I am for the holidays. And then we run. So those are my customers. My fourth section is my promoters. Those are the people that I'm making sure I'm interacting with their stuff. Just, girl, I see you. You are so appreciated. You know, I'm making sure I'm shining light on them. I'm making sure that we are celebrating every single win, whether they're just being consistent with posting and doing interaction posts and pulling people in. They're getting a shout out for that. So my promoters and me, like, we're family. So they're going to be hearing from me a lot. And I'm intentional with that too. My fifth section is self-development. If you do not let people pour into you, you are going to become very empty, and you're going to get upset. You're going to get mad. You're going to get frustrated. Trust me, I've been there. Stop. You are making that choice. Stop letting yourself become empty. You've got to start letting yourself be poured into. I do that with Zooms. I do that with YouTube videos. I do that with books. I do that with audiobooks. You figure out, I do that with going to conferences and letting people speak to me, speak life into me. You figure out your language, and then you do it. You do not need to be trying to do this from an empty cup. It takes tough skin to do this kind of business. You've got to keep your cup full. Okay, hold on. Oh, something else I do. Do y'all have, that's the 5-section notebook. Do y'all have weekly events? I'm thinking yes.
On Zooms we do. We have weekly Zooms.
Do y'all have weekly events for potentials?
No.
Okay, I highly suggest those, and I suggest them really big. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, we do. That's the What About Thrive Zoom every Thursday we do for potential customers. And we've been doing private Zooms for potential customers just recently, and it's working out pretty good.
Oh, you don't mean like in person events?
Well, I'm talking more of online probably
Yes.
with this, but in person too. That would be cool too, at least once a month. But anyways, I suggest right now with 4,000 plus on the line, guys, I suggest having one for potential promoters, one for potential customers, or at least covering both topics on these. But what I do, ours are always on Thursday. Here's one right after this Zoom. Ours are always on Thursday. So my team knows on Friday, you're picking what we call 3 to 5 VIPs. These are 3 to 5 people that you would love to work with. You're interacting with them over the weekend. On Monday, you're messaging them saying, hey, how was your weekend? You're in their inbox talking anything but Thrive. And then on Thursday, the night of the event, you message them and say, hey, I know you may not want to, but do you just want a sneak peek at what it is I do? I would love for you to be my guest on tonight's event. And that way you are setting up every single week to get 3 to 5 VIP. These are quality people. These are people that's motivated outside of the business. Stop trying to bring people in this business and get them motivated. Like, how's that working? Stop doing that. Get people that are already motivated, bring them in by asking them if they just want a sneak peek behind the doors of what it is you do, and get them on these events. That's third-party validation. That's going to help you go 200K by the end of the year. So start using that. And then I've got 2.5 minutes left. Okay, real quick. My wording for customers. Oh, I hope I can get this in. Okay, so wording for customers. One of my favorite things to do is whenever I'm talking to a customer, I never send them to my website, like ever. So I find out what is their goal, and they give me their goal. The website's overwhelming. We have so much stuff on there. Like, we even have stuff for hair now. No, you're talking to me. So I ask them, what are your goals? Whether it's, let's say they say weight loss. And then I'm like, okay, are you doing any kind of exercise or diet regimen right now? Let's say they say keto. So immediately I'm thinking of Duo, because Duo has ketones. I'm like, okay, perfect. I've got different combo packs going in my head for you right now. What is your budget? And they're like, well, probably like $100. Got it. Okay. So I'm going to give them 3 different, it says less than a minute. I'm going to give them.
It says on mine, it says 145. 145.
Okay. I'm going to give them 3 different options. One of the options is going to be capsule shakes, patches, and balance, our flat tummy pill. That's what we call balance. Capsule shakes, patches, and balance. Guys, I know in your head, you're like, Kayla, that's $190. She said $100. Trust me. This is the best option for them. The second option, or actually with Duo, so it would be like $214, I think. Anyways, $214 first option. Second option is the 3 steps with Duo, so $174. Third option, still a good option, is at least probably balance and Duo, something like that, and that price. And then you ask them, which option are you leaning towards? Give them 3 options. Go over their budget every time. I swear to you, people are going to lowball you. So stop saying, okay, right here, like that's as high as we're going. Don't do that. Give them those 3 options, a best, a good one, and still one more, and then ask them which one are you leaning towards, and I swear to you, your customer rate is going to skyrocket. Okay, I'm done. There, done. Duh.
You did so good, Kayla. I think we've got about 30 seconds left. I want to tell you I love you and thank you. And if anybody has questions for Kayla, message me the questions and I will get with her and maybe we'll have her back.
Yes, anytime. Love you guys.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all. Especially, I know. I'll see y'all in Mexico for sure.
Love you.
Love y'all. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.